can take a monitor these pictures from all across South Florida. The MLK rideout in its second year.
Sky 10 has been following these bikers and ATV riders for hours now. It is finally getting dark, and we've seen them driving recklessly, just like this ATV rider going against traffic.
We've also seen riders on residential sidewalks, on medians as well, cutting through the grass, and you can see there on people's front lawns.
And our Local 10 cameras up close and personal, surrounded by dozens of these bikers as they were taking over every lane of busy Hollywood Boulevard.
And check out this scene. One of the riders upset that a car did not stop for all of them. So he decides to go after the car, and you're about to see, kick the car several times. Well, some of these bikers say they are riding in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. with a Wheels Up, Guns Down campaign.
And you are looking live at State Road 7, just south of Riverland Road, where they seem to have stopped at this gas station for right now. Many of these bikers admitting to us that they are adrenaline junkies, doing it for the excitement of it. Local 10 News reporter Andrew Perez has been trying to keep up with this group, and he's joining us live from the road with what he's witnessed. Andrew.
And let me tell you guys, it has been very difficult to keep up. Right now, my photojournalist Jason Weitzman, we just pulled up to this gas station. They stopped at a BP gas station and a Shell gas station across the street, 441 near 595. This is about the third stop that we've seen. Again, they've got to keep gassing up. It seems that they start making plans after a while. But let me tell you, the one thing I've learned driving around trying to follow this is that this event is just very unorganized. There are several groups that have gone to different parts of South Florida, smaller groups. This seems to be one of the larger groups out here. They keep changing direction. On top of that, on top of just riding recklessly, running lights through neighborhoods, speeding, they're also stopping to take pictures while they're doing these dangerous stunts, taking selfies, taking photos of us as well. You can see out here, it looks like they're trying to coordinate at this point. They've stopped, again, this is their third gas station. The first one was in Hollywood, another in Fort Lauderdale. Now this one, 441 near 595. They usually only stay here for about 10 minutes before they organize, they pick up, they move on. Different police agencies have been telling us that they're not trying to make the problem worse unless they absolutely have to by trying to chase some of these bikers down. They said that would make things worse. It's only if they commit, a felony or if they stop, which, again, these guys are barely stopping. Look, they're already starting to move out of the gas station here. This is the second year that we see this rally as well. It's called Wheels Up, Guns Down. It's in part a ride in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King, but it's also in part a ride to promote more safety for bikers on the road, to talk about people who have died as a result of an accident on the road involving bikes. They are frustrated as well. However, what it appears police agencies are even saying that they don't seem to realize their message is kind of getting overshadowed by all the chaos. We've seen some bikers out here, and they could be Lone Rangers. We've seen some of them out here that are just going along for the ride. They're kicking cars. They're riding on the wrong side of the road. It's very frustrating. Last year, we saw some accidents, a few fender benders involving cars and bikes because of this rally, if you will. This year, we know of at least one serious injury at this point that we're still working on getting more information. We're out here. It seems these guys are about to get going again, so we're going to be hopping back in the car, seeing where they go. Of course, we're going to track them every step of the way to keep you and your family safe here on Local 10 News. I'll send it back to you guys.
Andrew, is it possible that you can grab this gentleman right here and ask him what they're doing and why they're doing it?
Yeah, give me 1 sec because it's been a little bit all over the place, so I need to try to get around this crowd here.
Maybe he'll stop.
Give me 1 sec.
Maybe he'll stop for you as they are stopped right there. What appears to be important.
Sir, really quick, I'm talking to a biker right here. Why are you guys doing this?
Why?
Why?
Because we like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
And that's what I was talking about right there, guys. Let me try to find somebody else just to be a little fair here. Excuse me. Why is it that you guys are doing this ride?
It's a passion. Everybody get together from different places.
All right. Guys, I'm going to send it back to you. It's getting really loud out here. Send it back.
It's impossible to even hear. Some of them saying they're doing this as an MLK rideout, others admitting just doing it for the excitement.
Yeah, just for the fun and the thrill of it. Well, the majority of the ride has been in Broward, but we saw them also start in Miami-Dade.
And that is where we find Local 10 News reporter Michael Seiden joining us live. Michael.
Well, good evening. You know, we in the last 20 minutes have moved over here just off I-95 on Northwest 62nd, and moments ago behind us we saw a number of police officers and 2 tow trucks. I don't know if we have that video in yet, but what we saw were about a dozen bikes that were on the back of these tow trucks. They were being impounded by Miami police, and what an officer told me was that the bikes either did not have a tag or they may have been stolen. So again, a dozen of those bikes that have been used in this peaceful protest impounded by the city of Miami. I don't know if those pictures are in yet, but we're going to get those to everybody. We'll also have them on local10.com. But we have spent most of the afternoon here in Miami-Dade, particularly in the Liberty City neighborhood. And what we saw there was dozens of those bikers flying by, weaving in and out of traffic, making illegal U-turns. And I spent some time with Miami police, and what was so interesting is a lot of them had those body cams on, and they told me point blank that even though they didn't stop some of these guys, that they could turn that footage over to the state attorney's office, and so some of these riders could face charges. But I want to be clear, we have not seen any violence, but just really a dangerous situation as this was happening in rush hour. I know a lot of people observing the MLK Jr. holiday, but you know, we saw traffic and you just see these bikers weaving in and out, some on ATVs, others on motorcycles, but so far we have not seen any injuries. That is the very latest in Miami. I'm Michael Seiden, Local 10 News.